a year ago, my wife and I were in Jerusalem. We had a hotel that was very close to the old city of Jerusalem, and so I found myself almost every day going down into the old city. I found myself drawn to the Western Wall on almost every occasion. When I went to the old city, I would go down to the Western Wall. Now, there were times when things were blocked off and I couldn't make it, but for the most part, you could walk right down there and you could experience what I call a sense of place. I'm drawn to those locations, wherever they may be, that have a sense of place, a sense of history, a sense of things that have happened there that are of great significance. It's a feeling that you get when you're in those places. And I felt like the Western Wall was just loaded with that kind of a sense. And so I would go there, and naturally, like so many other people, I decided that I would write out a prayer and I would put it in one of those places between the stones. And I can pray anywhere. I know that God hears my prayers no matter where I am, but I felt like, okay, on this occasion, I'm going to write out a prayer and I'm going to put it there. And what was my prayer? I'm not going to tell you, but was it answered? It's one of those kind of prayers that has to be answered in a gradual way, and certainly it has been answered. It's about a year later, and I would say about 90% of that prayer has been answered. And I really appreciate the fact that when you put that prayer on that piece of paper and you put it there at the wall, that people don't come along and just take those prayers and throw them away. I really appreciate the fact that there is a great deal of reverence that is held for those prayers. And they're gathered, they're put together and taken to the Mount of Olives. And it is kind of amazing and kind of, feeling of warmth and appreciation that somebody cared enough to take my prayer along with hundreds of other people. And they use a stick to get them out of the cracks between the stones, because Old Testament, you don't use a tool on the stones. And I just thought it was great that they would gather those up and take them to the Mount of Olives. So I have a prayer there on the Mount of Olives where there are, I guess, somewhat around the number of 180,000 Jewish people that are buried there. Now that's significant for Jewish people, of course. That's also significant for Christian people like myself. Western Wall. Here I am at the Western Wall. Never thought this would be possible. Well, that's it for this episode of Tim Talks About Everything. I thank you so much for tuning in, and I would just say that if you have the opportunity, you definitely want to go to Jerusalem. There's just no city like it. We've been to many places all around the world, and there's just nothing like Jerusalem. Significance for Christians for sure, but for so many other people, so many things have happened there, good and bad. It's a place that Once you go there, you'll never forget. And in fact, many people who go there decide they just have to go back again. God bless you, and tune in again to another one of my Tim Talks About Everything episodes.